age has something to do with when disorders come online. It has something to do with what they look like when they do come online. And the treatment approaches are probably different based on when a disorder manifests itself. Symptoms of ADHD can be seen as early as 18 months, but it's usually diagnosed at about 5 or 6 upon entry into school.
When we have controlled samples and examine all of the kids very carefully, we get a higher estimate about how many kids we think are affected in the total population than we're actually diagnosing. So we're still actually missing kids. On the other hand, a lot of kids get an ADHD classification. I won't even say a diagnosis because it's often not that formal, but they may be given medications through their primary care physician without a full-blown diagnostic assessment. And so in that sense, we may be diagnosing kids on the basis of too few symptoms, at least in some parts of our system.
Brain under construction, that's what teenagers are all about. And they're trying to process some very important information. And the combination of changes in influences by hormones and emotions and the capacity to manage all this, is a very, very difficult process.
I have major recurrent depression and anxiety disorder. And I've been in the hospital for 3.5 months out of this year. I know it's been hard for my parents to accept that there's something wrong with their daughter because they've always had such high hopes for me, and to have something like this that's now, it's seriously getting in the way of all the plans we had. Next year I was going to be an au pair in France, and I was going to go to Washington University for school. And now I'm staying at home and going to St. Paul College. It's hard for them, and I know it is, but sometimes I wish they could just know what to say.
Under the age of 18, maybe as many as 15 to 17% of teenagers will have symptoms of major depression, even if they don't fully qualify for the diagnosis.
Anxiety disorders probably represent about 20% of children.
Some of our friends all of a sudden are changing, like their attitudes are changing, their moods are changing, and we don't exactly know why.
This is one of the reasons we started the group, is that we were trying to piece together why this was happening.
Just, 2 weeks ago we did our Eating Disorder Awareness Week, and a girl came up to us asking us to do more if possible because she suffered from an eating disorder. And so we specifically try to, have activities such as going and putting ribbons on cars or going out into the lunchroom and handing out facts about it.
Everything that we do with this group is student-based, it's our decisions. We've done teacher training things too, actually.
This group has been really helpful to me the times I've been in school, because knowing that there are other people who suffer from what I have or who are there to support me, and knowing that there's people trying to fight the stigma is really helpful.